YouTube, how you doing? It's your boy Jay Green. This is my first episode of the ADHD Fly Guy page. I'm gonna speak, do an impromptu message. I don't want to do nothing scripted right now. I just kind of want to come off the dome. What made me want to start this page is I do have ADHD. I was diagnosed with ADHD as a kid, but never took any medication. Actually, I take that back. I tried medication about 20 years ago. I took medicine called, it was like a generic form of Ritalin. I had some symptoms that I didn't like, so I quit taking it. And from that point to now, ADHD has just made my life a living hell. About 5 years ago, I went and got a life coach because of ADHD, which has helped tremendously. Has been very therapeutic, but I don't want to say I'm at square one, because he was more of a spiritual counselor than I would say somebody who's directly focused with ADHD. But I'm glad I went that route first, because like we know with ADHD, it causes so much, what's the word I'm looking for, damage in our lives. I don't think we understand the spiritual ramifications that ADHD brings. So every problem we have with ADHD, it then turns around and causes a spiritual problem. So if you have ADHD, the things you need to understand is that you have to have, I don't want to say spiritual counseling. What's the word I'm looking for? ADHD is going to cause spiritual problems. And what you need to know is the difference between if you have a spiritual problem or an ADHD problem. Because you can have a lot of spiritual problems that cause ADHD symptoms, and then you can have ADHD symptoms which manifest as a lot of spiritual problems. And what I wanted to do with my page, my YouTube ADHD Fly Guy page, is one, just be able to help people with ADHD, kind of be a beacon of light. Two, kind of just share my journey and trying to figure this stuff out. Hell, I just got finished today paying a $2,700 ticket that I got 5 years ago, that I started paying on it and I forgot. And I'm a CDL holder, and because we like to procrastinate, we like to wait till the last minute, I came close to get my license suspended. My license was going to be suspended on the 15th, which would be next Monday. But luckily, very, very luckily, I had an asset that I was able to sell and come up with $3,500 so I can pay that ticket. But if I did not have that asset, my license would have been suspended on Monday, and I'm already in a hole, and the hole just would have got a lot wider and a lot deeper. Actually, my license is supposed to be suspended now, because I got a letter in the mail. I called the judge, to see if I could get that date pushed back, and they was like, nah, there's nothing they can do. So actually, he the one who said your license should be suspended right now. So I'm not very religious. I guess you could say I'm somewhat spiritual because my license should have been suspended years ago, and they haven't. But me not paying the ticket, one, it was just totally irresponsible. I mean, so no excuse on that. Because I made some payments on it at first, but then I quit making the payments due to financial hardships. But at the same time, I think there was some under-causing anxiety. As we know, ADHD, you have a lot of anxiety, stress, bipolar. I got all that. But like I said, I was able to get the ticket paid in full today. And hell, this whole year has been kind of hell. But this ticket was really the thing that just showed me like, oh, okay, bro. A friend told me, he said, you dodging raindrops, which is a metaphor of I'm really not dodging them. Just financial issues, mostly financial. Most of my problems with ADHD is finances, and I'm self-employed, so I own my own truck in business-wise. A lot of ADHD people do tend to be entrepreneurs, and my business is suffering to the max because of it. No system in place, a lot of impulsivity, poor planning, poor judgment, and a lot of hard work and time, energy, resource just gone down the drain because of my ADHD, and I'm pretty much tired of it. And they say a lot of times you don't change until you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and that's where I'm at with it. Shout out to my life coach, Master Teacher 33. He is on YouTube. That's how I found him. He kind of motivated me to make this video as well, so shout out to him. But yeah, I hope with my page, man, I just want to be able to help people through their journey. I'm not on medication yet, but after doing the research and having more understanding about how the brain works, I think I need to give it a shot. I understand that some of us with ADHD, we just got sleepy brains, and we're just not functioning and working up to par. So I guess I'm gonna have to go look into the whole getting an evaluation, and then trying to, I don't want that written stuff, that shit that had me seeing stuff and increased heart rate. So I want to see about Adderall. Man, leave me some comments. I guess I can leave my email. Anybody got any information? Any entrepreneurs out there? I know the African American community, it's kind of my target market, but it's not, because one thing I know about ADHD, the only people who understand ADHD people is ADHD people. You know, you start explaining yourself to other people, and they totally think we crazy. And for a long time, I wasn't comfortable with it, but now I just really don't give a shit. I don't know. I guess because we go through so much. As people with ADHD, we develop thick skin. So it is what it is. Eventually, I hope to start a community, of people that we could just be there for each other, share tips, apps, life coaches, best business practices, and just be there for each other, man. You know, like I say, ADHD, it affects about, I think it's more, some of it is under shit, I can't remember. But yeah, anyway, this your boy Jay Green, aka the Honorable J, aka the ADHD Fly Guy, and I call myself the Fly Guy, cause I try to look presentable on I want to look presentable on these videos, and also a lot of people is really just ashamed of ADHD. So, you know, I don't mind being the face for it. I think I look kind of fly, you know, and hopefully I can kind of use that just to help people feel more good about themselves, and hopefully I could be somebody that people with ADHD look up to know, like, man, there's a lot of cool people, there's a lot of hip people with ADHD. We know some of the smartest inventors and people in the world have ADHD, so it's nothing to be ashamed of, even though it can be embarrassing because our life choices is just backwards as fuck. Excuse my French, but it is what it is. Lord, sometimes I look at my decisions and I'm just like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, what was I thinking? But the problem is, I wasn't thinking. And again, shout out to my life coach, Master Teacher 33. I used to have a lot of self-hate, low self-esteem, which I didn't know. Like, if anybody would have asked me, hey man, you got a confidence problem or a self-esteem problem, I would have been like, hell no. Nah. But it wasn't until I got with my life coach, Master Teacher 33, that I realized that. And so like I said, attacking the spiritual challenges that come with ADHD, I think was the best thing for me before I decided to go get on the medication, because I've been working on that, and I think that's why I'm actually at a place where I'm ready to tackle it, because I went down in the trenches. And I know a lot of people, they just not built like that to really wrestle with those demons, but I am. I'm about that life. Like Doc say, I'm a spiritual assassin. You know, so man, I hope you can somewhat live vicariously through me, where I can help you, and we can do this together, because ADHD, it can be managed. And once you manage it, you can, I would say, conquer it. There's no way really to get rid of it, but you can manage it. So I feel like if you're managing it, then you're conquering it. So I just look at it as, some people call it a gift and a superpower, which it is. I personally don't feel comfortable with saying that, just because that shit has just caused me so much hell. I mean, ADHD has been hell for me. A living HELL. But I do see the areas in my life where it has, the gifts have been there too. So I'm not comfortable yet with saying, you know, oh, it's been more hell than good. So maybe when I start making me some money off the good, I feel more comfortable with it. But as of right now, it's been a living hell. But we gonna start working on it, man. Like I said, this is my first video. Impromptu, no notes, no nothing. I think I did a pretty good job. Kind of actually proud of myself. But please comment, subscribe, and please share. Share with anybody you know that have ADHD. Or maybe anybody. It's not 100% geared towards ADHD, because most people who got ADHD are bipolar too. So like I said, hell, I'm bipolar, manic, but manic comes with being bipolar. And I could probably make videos for days. Like I said, I'm 40. I just turned 40. Been dealing with this shit all my life since a kid, and now I'm ready to tackle it and become the best version of myself. But I want to do it together with you guys. Any questions, just leave in the comment section, or I'll leave my email in the description. And yeah, I guess this is episode 1 in the books. I thank you guys for looking. I thank you guys for sharing. I thank you guys for subscribing. And like I said, I'm a spiritual assassin. I'm the ADHD assassin. So I'm the ADHD fly guy, but I'm the ADHD assassin too. We go. Well, I was gonna say we go kill it, but you can't kill it. But we go manage it. So I'm gonna use my assassin skills that I've learned from my life coach MT33, and man, just get some healing, man. Get some healing, understanding, wisdom, knowledge. Start taking some action, which is the most important. Action and acknowledgement. I think acknowledgement is the most hardest part, because they make ADHD seem like some type of disease, which is not. It's not a disease. It's a trait. So it's just a trait that needs to be managed. And what I really, really want to help y'all do is all the people that laughed and shitted on you and called you dumb and stupid and ignorant and every goddamn thing under the book, because I've been called all that too. I just really want to help y'all become successful, because I know how that shit has made me feel and make me feel in my soul. And revenge is a dish best served cold. But I think success, when you've lived the type of life we live,